Isolation strengthens your spiritual frequency and shields you from chaotic energies. When the universe begins to vibrate at a higher intensity, not everyone can handle the surge of energetic transformation. For the chosen ones, this is a sacred phase where their inner world becomes more powerful than the external one. Isolation becomes more than just being alone, it becomes a process of cleansing, of realignment, and of awakening hidden parts of the soul. The energy of the world during this time is dense, filled with distractions, opinions, and emotions that do not belong to you. The act of separating yourself from it allows your natural frequency to rise without interference. You start to feel your own energy clearly again, to recognize what is truly yours and what has been imposed by others. Every moment of solitude refines your vibration, like a tuning fork being adjusted to a divine note. During these final days, when the world feels uncertain and energies clash between the old and the new, your spirit is pulled toward silence. In this silence, your intuition sharpens. The chaos that once distracted you loses its grip because isolation becomes your protection shield. It is not a retreat out of fear, but a sacred boundary that keeps your inner power undisturbed. You begin to feel subtle shifts within your body, tingling sensations, a lightness in your chest, maybe even fatigue as your frequency recalibrates to a higher plane. This energetic fine-tuning can't happen when you are constantly interacting with external vibrations. The noise of the world can distort your frequency, but isolation restores it to its original rhythm. Many chosen ones will notice how their emotions fluctuate more intensely during this period. Old pain, memories, and attachments may resurface not to harm, but to release. Isolation provides the sacred space for these energies to exit your field. You may feel emotional waves that don't make sense, yet they serve a purpose. Each release makes room for higher energy to anchor in your system. The more you sit with yourself in stillness, the stronger your energy field becomes. Your aura expands, your senses heighten, and your connection with divine intelligence deepens. This is the unseen work of isolation. It forges your energetic armor and strengthens your spirit for what lies ahead. Being alone during these days may feel heavy at first because your human self craves connection and reassurance. But your higher self knows this period is about internal expansion, not external validation. Every moment of solitude is an invitation to listen not to people, but to the whispers of your own soul. It's in isolation that divine downloads come, that signs and synchronicities align, and that the higher guidance which was once faint becomes loud and undeniable. The energy surrounding these days carries intense electromagnetic and spiritual frequencies. If you remain constantly connected to collective energies, they can easily drain your life force. But when you separate yourself, even briefly, your energy begins to regenerate naturally. You start to feel grounded again, aware, and balanced within your own light. The shield that isolation provides is not visible, but its effects are tangible. You will feel more peaceful, more centered, and less reactive to the chaos outside. It's as if an invisible barrier forms between you and the world, keeping external negativity at bay. You become the observer, not the reactor. Your aura becomes so strong that even thoughts or emotions from others can't easily penetrate. That's why many chosen ones are guided to be alone now, because the universe is preparing them for a powerful energetic transition. The shield of isolation ensures that no lower frequency energy can contaminate the higher frequency that is building within you. As your spiritual frequency strengthens, you may also experience heightened sensitivity to sounds, lights, or emotions. This is not weakness, it's proof that your senses are evolving. Isolation allows you to adapt to these heightened states without external interference. Your body is learning to hold more light, and that process can only happen in peace. The world outside moves fast, filled with confusion and emotional noise, but you are being guided to slow down and synchronize with divine timing. Every breath in isolation is a recalibration, every moment of stillness is a signal to the universe that you are ready for ascension-level frequencies. The chosen ones who honor this period of solitude will notice that their dreams become vivid, their insights profound, and their hearts lighter. They may begin to receive visions, flashes of intuition, or a clear knowing of what's to come. The energy surrounding them transforms from dense to radiant, attracting peace instead of chaos. This transformation doesn't require effort, only surrender. Isolation teaches surrender in its purest form. When you are cut off from others, you have no choice but to face your own reflection, your own energy, your own truth. That confrontation is where real empowerment begins. The universe often isolates those it plans to elevate. These 3 days are an initiation, a spiritual quarantine where your energy is purged, purified, and prepared. By stepping away from conversations, arguments, and external energies, you allow your inner world to become your sanctuary. The shield that forms through isolation is not temporary, it becomes a permanent part of your energetic structure, helping you walk through the coming changes with strength and clarity. The more you align with your inner silence, the more power flows through you effortlessly. Your frequency becomes untouchable, your spirit unbreakable, and your purpose undeniable. The 14th to 16th of October mark a powerful phase of awakening and energetic reset. During this window, the energetic currents of the universe intensify, forming a rare alignment that directly impacts the consciousness of the chosen ones. These are not ordinary days, they represent a divine checkpoint where your vibration is measured, balanced, and elevated according to how much light you are ready to hold. The second week of October acts as a bridge between old timelines and new ones, a period where the collective energy grid of Earth undergoes recalibration. For the awakened souls, this means your internal systems, emotional, mental, and spiritual, are being fine-tuned to match a higher frequency. It is a process that requires silence, rest, and awareness because your energy field is not just reacting to external shifts, it is participating in them. This energetic reset can manifest as moments of emotional turbulence, physical fatigue, or heightened intuition. You may feel pulled between extremes, one moment deeply introspective, the next, filled with inspiration or spiritual clarity. These fluctuations are signs of realignment, as your energy body learns to adapt to the new frequency. The universe uses this period to help you shed outdated beliefs, attachments, and energies that cannot move forward with you. The more you resist these changes, the more discomfort you might feel, because resistance blocks the natural flow of transformation. However, when you surrender to the rhythm of these 3 days, the process becomes smoother, and the energetic reset turns into empowerment. For the chosen ones, awakening is not a single event but a series of stages, each one deepening your connection to divine truth. From October 14th to 16th, the veil between dimensions thins, and this thinning allows higher realms to communicate with greater clarity. Many will feel this as sudden bursts of intuition, prophetic dreams, or synchronicities appearing constantly. These signs are not coincidences, they are confirmations that your frequency is syncing with universal intelligence. The reset occurring within your soul is preparing you to operate on this higher wavelength permanently. Your awareness expands beyond the material world into a state where energy, vibration, and consciousness are the only real languages. This phase also brings a collective purification, not just individually but globally. Old energetic patterns that have lingered for years start to dissolve, both within personal relationships and societal systems. The chosen ones act as transmitters during this process. Their elevated vibration helps stabilize the collective energy. But this task can only be carried out when they are fully centered and isolated from distractions. That is why these days are so important. The energy pouring into Earth during this time demands solitude and reflection. The world around you may seem chaotic because energies are being rearranged, and those still attached to old timelines may project confusion or fear. You, however, are being guided to anchor peace amid this turbulence. The reset is not just energetic, it's also psychological and emotional. You may find yourself questioning your identity, purpose, or even your relationships. This is the universe's way of helping you release attachments that no longer serve your path. The people or situations that drain your energy may suddenly fade away, and new insights will show you why they had to. The key during this phase is trust. Even if the external world feels uncertain, your inner world is becoming stronger, wiser, and more aligned with divine will. You are stepping into a new timeline where energy moves faster, manifestations occur quicker, and your thoughts carry more power. That is why these 3 days are crucial. They are a purification chamber that ensures you are prepared for the speed of the coming transformation. Your body may also react strongly during this awakening phase. You might experience unusual sleep patterns, body aches, or heightened sensitivity to sound and light. These are not random, they are signs that your energy body is expanding. Each cell within you is learning to hold more light, and this process can create temporary imbalance. Rest, hydration, and silence help your system integrate these changes. Avoiding crowds, negative media, and draining conversations becomes vital, as your energy field is delicate and must be protected from interference. The more you nurture yourself during this period, the easier it becomes for the reset to anchor permanently. This energetic shift will also bring clarity to your purpose. During these days, many chosen ones receive insight about their next steps, whether in their mission, their healing journey, or their service to others. The fog that once clouded your vision begins to lift. You may suddenly understand why certain delays, struggles, or endings had to occur. It's all part of your realignment toward divine timing. As the reset completes, your consciousness begins to resonate with new patterns of abundance, peace, and higher awareness. This process cannot be rushed. It unfolds naturally as you surrender to stillness and trust that the universe knows exactly how to recalibrate your life for the path ahead. As your energy resets, you also become more attuned to natural cycles, the movement of the moon, the rhythm of your breath, the subtle pulse of the earth beneath you. This harmony reconnects you to the universal intelligence that guides all things. You start to realize that awakening is not about becoming something new, but remembering who you've always been, a divine being temporarily inhabiting a human form. The energetic reset is simply the removal of everything that kept you from recognizing this truth. Once that realization anchors within you, your vibration rises effortlessly, and your presence becomes a source of calm and healing for others. The 14th to 16th of October are not just dates, they are a sacred doorway through which your consciousness passes into higher alignment. The energy is intense, purposeful, and divinely orchestrated. Each chosen one who honors this time in solitude contributes to the collective shift happening on Earth. The universe, in turn, rewards this surrender with clarity, strength, and renewal. Your soul is being rewritten at the frequency of light itself, and every choice you make during these days will echo throughout your next chapter of evolution. Solitude during these days allows divine revelations and destiny alignment to unfold. In the silence of isolation, the voice of the universe becomes clearer, speaking directly to your higher self without distortion. These moments are not empty, they are filled with guidance, visions, and divine downloads meant only for you. When the noise of the world fades, you start hearing the frequency of truth, and that truth aligns you with the path designed for your soul. The chosen ones are not meant to chase answers externally during this time, they are meant to receive them internally. Every second of stillness opens a portal within, allowing wisdom to flow through your intuition. You begin to understand why certain events happened, why certain people left, and why your path required solitude. What once seemed confusing starts to make sense, as divine order reveals itself through reflection and surrender. In solitude, your energy stabilizes, creating the perfect environment for higher consciousness to emerge. It's during these days that you may receive visions, insights, or even sudden bursts of creativity that seem to come from nowhere. This is how divine revelation works. It doesn't arrive through effort or force, but through alignment. The more peaceful your inner world becomes, the more clearly divine truth can express itself. Many chosen ones will experience profound intuitive awakenings during this phase. Their dreams may turn vivid, their sense of time may shift, and their perception of reality may expand beyond the ordinary. This expansion is a sign that you are syncing with higher frequencies, receiving guidance from realms beyond the physical. As the external world continues to vibrate in chaos, you become the calm center of your own universe. Your solitude turns into a sacred sanctuary where divine communication happens without interference. You might find yourself drawn to journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in silence. These activities are not random, they are spiritual tools that help decode the messages your soul is receiving. The universe speaks in symbols, emotions, and energy, and only a quiet mind can interpret them correctly. This is why isolation becomes a requirement, not an option, during these 3 days. It protects you from distractions that could block the download of essential information meant for your next chapter. Many chosen ones underestimate how powerful their thoughts become during spiritual isolation. Every idea you receive carries the potential to shift your destiny because it comes directly from divine intelligence. The alignment you experience during these days acts like a compass, pointing you toward the direction of your true purpose. This period is not about doing but about allowing. The universe does the work, you simply make space for it. When you withdraw from social energy, entertainment, and constant stimulation, your vibrational field strengthens. This creates a magnetic pull that draws your destiny closer to you without effort. You don't need to chase opportunities or answers, they begin to find you because your energy now matches them. The revelations that come during this time are not only spiritual but practical. You may receive sudden clarity about your career, relationships, or soul mission. You might feel an urge to let go of something that once defined you or to take a bold step towards something completely new. These impulses are divine nudges guiding you into alignment. Every revelation during solitude is a piece of the puzzle that builds your new reality. Trusting these inner signals becomes crucial because your intuition is acting as the voice of your higher self. When you follow these inner directions, your life begins to synchronize effortlessly with divine timing, and what once felt blocked begins to flow naturally again. This alignment doesn't happen by accident, it's the result of vibrational synchronization between your soul and the universe. The chosen ones are being prepared for a new frequency of existence, one that demands authenticity, integrity, and surrender. During these days, you might feel detached from the world, almost as if you are in a different dimension. That's because, energetically, you are. The universe isolates you not to separate you from others, but to position you perfectly for the next stage of your evolution. It's in this energetic stillness that destiny rearranges itself around your vibration. When you are aligned, everything that belongs to you starts moving toward you, and everything that doesn't begins to fall away effortlessly. Your solitude becomes a sacred bridge connecting the physical and spiritual realms. It is through this bridge that divine timing flows, carrying the energy of miracles, breakthroughs, and realignment. Every breath, every heartbeat, and every quiet thought during these days carries immense creative power. You are literally rewriting your destiny through your vibration. The alignment happening within you becomes reflected in your external reality. People who once misunderstood you may begin to see your light. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open. Opportunities that felt distant suddenly appear with divine precision. All of this begins with the inner harmony cultivated through solitude. This is the divine pattern: first isolation, then revelation, then alignment. The universe removes noise so it can reveal truth, and once truth is seen, your life rearranges to match it. This cycle is ancient and sacred, repeated throughout all spiritual traditions. It is the reason prophets, mystics, and light workers throughout time have gone into solitude before great transformation. These 3 days hold that same sacred energy, acting as a threshold between your old life and your divine destiny. When you honor this process, you step into alignment with cosmic order. Your thoughts, actions, and energy begin to harmonize with your higher calling, and you start to embody the purpose you were always meant to fulfill. When the 3 days pass, you will not be the same. You will emerge lighter, clearer, and more attuned to your divine path. The revelations received in solitude will guide your next steps with precision, and your energy will radiate peace that others can feel. The universe isolates before it elevates, and this time of stillness is the key to unlocking your highest potential. Trust the silence, for it holds the map to your destiny. These days are not about loneliness but divine alignment, not about separation but transformation. Through solitude, your soul reconnects to its divine blueprint, and your destiny begins to unfold exactly as it was written in the stars.